This is what GoPro footage looks like straight out of the camera. And this is what GoPro footage looks like when applying the techniques I'm going to teach you in today's video. This doesn't only work with GoPros, which is why this video was titled Action Cameras, because most action cameras have a very wide depth of field, so most everything is in focus, and we want to fix that. So welcome back to Creator Reality, my friend. I'm John, and we're going to use Davinci Resolve to do that, of course. We're going to use a couple of nodes in the color page, and yes, the features we are using are studio only, so if you have the free version of Resolve, you can still watch, but you won't be able to do this at home, which is a shame. You should get the studio version of Davinci Resolve. That's my recommendation anyway. I'm a huge fan of it. So let's dive into Davinci Resolve, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here we are in Davinci Resolve. I've got two clips, one of me driving through the snow, and one where the view is facing forward. Both of these clips were filmed with the GoPro using a JAWS clamp mount attached to the passenger grab handle in my truck, in case anybody was wondering. So let's go in and fix this footage. I've got my playhead at the start of my first clip. I'll click on the color icon. We've got one node, and we need to Alt-S to add a second serial node. Let's click on our first node, and we're going to come up here to the magnifying glass in Effects. If you don't see it, click on Effects. And then the magnifying glass, and we need to add a depth map. So we'll type in depth, drag our depth map over to our first node, and things look wonky. By default, white is in focus, black is out of focus. But if we disable depth map preview, which is on by default, nothing changes. If I go full screen, you can see nothing's changed about our footage. There's nothing out of focus. So that's Control F to go full screen, and to get out of full screen, by the way. We haven't applied an effect, which is why nothing has happened yet. So I'm going to click on my second node, and I'm going to replace depth with defocus. And we have defocus background, which was introduced, I think, in Davinci Resolve 20. We're going to drag that onto our second node, and now nothing's really happened. Control F, it still looks like it's all in focus. That's because you have to connect the output of the blue square on the first node to the triangle input of the second node. This is the alpha. And now things get blurry. We go full screen again. You can see my seat is fully in focus, and then everything's getting more and more out of focus as we go along. So how do we fix this? Well, we can click on our first node, re-enable the depth map preview, and we can go and change a bunch of things. Quality is better. That's what we want. The resulting map adjustment, we can check to adjust map levels, and you can change your far limit. So more things can be out of focus. You can drag the near limit in or down, and that makes more things in focus. So if you want everything in the truck to be in focus, you can pretty much do that with this one slider. Note, however, that if you drag the far limit up, it drags the near limit up with it, and it's basically on or off. And you don't want that. You want the gradient, right? So we're going to set this so that most things are in focus. We're going to get this like that, and then change it this way. And then we can also isolate a specific depth. So by default, the depth map is going to let you defocus just the background. But if you want to defocus the foreground as well, you're going to want to use this isolation. So I'll turn it on, and things look really funny. So I'm going to reset my map levels and isolation. When we turn it on, just the foreground is in focus. So we're going to change our target depth to right about where my face is, right there. So that's all in focus. And we can change our tolerance so you can have more things out of focus. This is a very narrow depth of field, isn't it? Yeah, we want more than that. So we're going to brighten this up. But you can use this to set where you want your focus point to be. And in my case, I want it to be my face. And then I can change the tolerance so that more things in the truck are in focus. And we can also change the softness so that it has more of a gradient between in and out of focus. Yeah, we want that to be kind of like that. And I'm going to go ahead and tinker with this till I get it perfect. The one thing we didn't talk about was gamma. You can see how this also moves our depth of field forward and backward. But I think that's going to look pretty good. So let's go and uncheck depth map preview. Go full screen again, and you can see that now the screen is out of focus here. The seat is out of focus. I am in focus. and then the background is slightly out of focus. So let's go play with the defocus background. We can adjust our mask by clicking on the arrow to drop it down. We can do a mask preview. That's good. Mask blur. If you want to blur things, you can blur more if you want. And the contrast, you can get things really in and out of focus. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks really bad. That looks fake because right here you can see a delineating line there. I guess that's the definition of a line, but we don't really want that. We can play with the blur, get more or less lens blur. As you see there, it's really getting the front blurred out, but I think we want to leave it at about default. So in this case, I did cheat a little bit and I went back and got the numbers from a clip I was playing around with before I started recording, and I've now put them in here. So our far limit is 0, near limit is 589, gamma is 0.907. We have our target depth and tolerance and softness all set to these values. You can start anywhere and tinker with it until you get it looking just the way you want. But in my case, we still see a little bit of a line there, so we're going to have to fix that. We can go to our second node to the defocus background, adjust mask, and we're going to mask blur all the way to 1. And now that line is gone, but I'm still in focus. Everything else that I wanted in focus is in focus, and that is looking pretty good. There's our mask preview, and it's applying that to our depth map. So that's pretty neat, right? That looks cool. Oh, doesn't that look so much better? So now let's save this color grading as a power grade so we can drag and drop it in the future and at least have things close to where they just need a little bit of fine tweaks for the footage you're working with. So all we have to do is right click over here and choose add power grade album, and then it's selected by default. So we'll press F2 and rename it demo. You can call yours whatever you want. Call mine demo, and then I'm going to come up to the color menu, come down to stills, and grab a still. It brought it right in here. It gave it a number. I don't know where Davinci Resolve gets the numbers, but if you click right below that number, you get a cursor, and we can type in demo truck vlog. And now when I clicked enter, it saved that name, so we can just drag and drop it somewhere else. So I can just click on my second clip. If you don't see clips here, come up here to clips and click on it. There it is. And then all we have to do is drag our demo truck vlog over on here, and you'll see that it gets weird, right? Because over here is in focus, over here is out of focus, this is out of focus. That's wrong. That's the wrong depth of field. Let's fix that. So all we have to do is go into our AI depth map and enable the preview, and you'll see what's in focus and what's out of focus. We can invert it, and then we can actually change our map levels, and we don't want to isolate a specific depth, so we'll turn that off. And we see that this is out of focus, that's in focus. Let's disable the preview, and now you can see that my hood is all out of focus, but everything else is in focus. That's pretty cool, right? And with those simple changes, we've now made a forward-facing one that doesn't isolate anything. It just has that one foreground defocus. So that's kind of like what a mirrorless camera would do, right? Then we can go up to color, stills, grab still, it grabs another one. We can click there and call it demo truck forward. And yeah, it doesn't all fit, but that's cool. I can now right click, reset all grades and nodes, drag in one. You see what it defocused, drag in the other. You see that it changes the focus again so that this stuff is out of focus and that's in focus. Now, depending on the speed of your computer, it may not play back smoothly. My computer will play it back pretty smoothly, but in case yours doesn't, here's a fix for you. Back in my edit page, I can right click on a clip and choose render cache color output. And then sometimes Resolve doesn't do it automatically, but mine is picking it up and rendering it. If it doesn't, start playing through the clip, and then it will do the render cache for you on that clip. Now that it's done, it's going to play back nice and smooth. And that looks like it wasn't shot on a GoPro, does it? Same thing with the first clip. It's going to play back pretty smoothly, but it no longer looks like it was shot on a GoPro. Isn't that cool? Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. If you did, drop me a comment below, like the video, maybe consider subscribing, maybe ask a question in the comment section below. Anyway, I've been John. This is Creator Reality, and I hope you're having a great day. Go check out this video next. It's one of mine. I'm sure you'll like it. And John out.